The iron meridian never made it to the other side of the warp. 1 second it was crossing the threshold between mapped space and the dark engines burning clean, crew at stations, Lieutenant Cole Harris reading a coffee-stained navigation report in the back of the bridge. The next second the hull cracked open like an egg and everything became fire and noise and zero gravity and screaming metal. Cole remembered the impact. He remembered floating. He remembered blood drifting past his face in small red spheres, the way it only does when gravity is gone. Then he remembered nothing at all. He woke up on the floor of a room that was not a room he had ever seen before. It was warm, too warm. The walls were dark and slightly wet, like the inside of something alive. The ceiling curved above him in a way that no human engineer would ever design, organic, uneven, almost like ribs. The floor beneath him was smooth, but he could feel it breathing, not shaking, breathing, a slow, steady expansion and contraction under his palms that made his stomach turn. He sat up slowly, his left arm hurt. His head hurt worse. He was still in his flight suit, but his boots were gone and his sidearm was gone and the emergency kit on his belt was gone. He checked his molar out of habit, pressed his tongue against the back left tooth where a cracked emergency beacon had been fitted 6 months ago during a deep space preparedness drill. Still there, good. The room had no visible door. Cole stood up. He walked the perimeter, 12 steps one way, 9 the other. The walls gave slightly when he pressed them, like dense muscle. There was a smell in the air that he could not name, somewhere between rain and copper and something older than both. At one end of the room there was a narrow gap in the wall, not a door exactly, more like the wall had simply decided not to close all the way. Through it came pale blue light and the distant sound of something that might have been language. He did not call out. He was not going to call out. Instead, he sat back down on the floor and started counting what he knew. Ship destroyed, crew status unknown, location unknown, no weapons, no comms, no boots, one hidden beacon with maybe 6 hours of battery if he was lucky, captive, obviously captive of something that had pulled a colonial frigate apart in less than 30 seconds without taking a single visible hit. He stayed very still and he thought about that last part for a long time. Then the wall opened. She came in with 4 soldiers behind her, and she moved the way something moves when it has never once in its life felt afraid. 7 feet tall, maybe more, with 4 eyes arranged in a slight arc across her face, 2 forward-facing, 2 set wider, almost at her temples. Her skin was deep gray blue, the color of the ocean before a storm. She wore armor that looked less like protection and more like ceremony. It caught the light and scattered it in directions light should not go. She looked at Cole the way a person looks at something unexpected, not threatening, not afraid, interested. She said something. Her soldiers said nothing. Cole said nothing. She tilted her head and looked at him for a long time, the way a scientist looks at a result that doesn't match the expected data. Then she said something again, shorter this time, almost quiet. One of her soldiers stepped forward and raised a weapon. Cole did not flinch.